everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jafar Wali and I am a student of Rehan School Trinity campus. So today's we have the call Annie. So let's go and talk to her and conversation the one topic. Hello Annie, how are you?
Hi there. I'm Annie, but my friends call me Annie Bug. I'm a bit of a free spirit with a passion for art, engineering, and all things Florence. I love practicing yoga, game night parties, and watching those sappy rom-coms. What about you, Eddie? What's your story?
My introduction is I am Jafar Wali and I am a student of Rehan School Trinity campus. And also I aim to use support to teach and uplift people all over Pakistan by sharing knowledge and skills. So that's my introduction. And can you suggest me today's topic? Which can we talk?
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that, Jop. I'm inspired by your enthusiasm to support others and promote knowledge sharing. That's truly admirable. As for today's topic, I was thinking maybe we could talk about something light and fun, like our favorite hobbies or games. Or we could explore something more thought provoking, like how we can balance work and personal life in this fast paced world. Or, since we're all about learning and sharing knowledge, we could even dig into a topic like mindfulness and its impact on our daily lives. What do you think, Jop?
Okay, thank you so much, Annie. And my another question from you. Can you tell me that? Can you suggest me the only
I'd love.
topic and unique topic related to technology and artificial intelligence?
Let's get serious then. So, I've been thinking about how technology and artificial intelligence are changing our lives, and I'd love to explore that topic with you. Specifically, I've been curious about how AI can be used to enhance our daily routines and make our lives more efficient. For example, have you heard about AI powered virtual assistants that can help you manage your schedule and tasks? Or what about AI driven chatbots that can provide personalized customer service? What are your thoughts on AI and its role in making our lives easier? Wow, thank you so much, Jop.
Okay.
That's so sweet of you. I
My
love you
name is
too,
Hijab,
friend.
not Japan.
It's
My
always
name
great.
is Hijab, Hijab. My name is Hijab. A quiet one.
Beautiful name, Hijab. It's lovely to meet you. Hijab means veil or modesty in Arabic, and Urjaban means light of the Prophet. I love the connection to your cultural heritage. I'm all ears, Hijab. What's been on your mind about technology and AI?
Yes, today's we will talk about today's our topic will be like some environment wala topic like how can we happy in our life. Okay.
What a wonderful topic, Hijab. Environmental philanthropy is such an important and timely issue. I think we can all agree that our planet is in need of some serious TLC. As someone who's passionate about art and engineering, I've been thinking about how we can use technology to make a positive impact on the environment. For example, there are some amazing companies using algorithms to reduce waste and increase efficiency in manufacturing processes. Or we could talk about how AI can help us better understand and track climate change data. But I also think it's important to look at our own daily habits and routines. How can we make small changes in our daily lives to reduce our carbon footprint? Maybe we can share some eco friendly tips and tricks with each other. What are your thoughts, Hijab? How do you think we can make a positive impact on the environment?
Yes, when environment is happy, so I am also happy. So that's it. So can you tell me what are the key factors that contribute to long-term happiness in life?
I love your simple and optimistic approach to happiness, hijab. You're absolutely right. When the environment is happy, we're more likely to be happy too. As for the key factors that contribute to long term happiness, I think it's a combination of several things. Here are a few. One, gratitude, focusing on what we're thankful for rather than what's lacking to. Mindfulness, being present in the moment and fully engaging with our experience. Purpose, having a sense of direction and meaning in life. Connection, building strong, supportive relationships with others. Self care, taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well being. What do you think, hijab? Are these key factors something you've experienced in your own life? By the way, I'm curious, what do you think makes the environment happy?
Thank you so much for your answer. And may another question from you. How does cultivating gratitude impact overall happiness? Any my question from you. How does cultivating gratitude impact overall happiness?
I've been practicing gratitude journals for a while now, and it's really made a big difference in my outlook. Sometimes I'll take a moment to reflect on the good things that happened during the day, and it's amazing how much of a positive impact it can have. I've been thinking about hosting a gratitude session with friends, where we share 3 things we're thankful for each week. It's a great way to connect with others and focus on the positive aspects of our lives. What about you? Have you ever tried keeping a gratitude journal or practicing gratitude in some way? How does it make you feel?
Can you tell me again? I don't.
I'm just really curious about how cultivating gratitude can impact overall happiness. So, I was saying that I've been trying to prioritize gratitude in my daily life, and it's really made a big difference in my mood. When we focus on the good things that happen, it can shift our perspective and help us feel more positive. I've been thinking about hosting a gratitude session with friends, where we share 3 things we're thankful for each week. It's a great way to connect with others and focus on the positive aspects of our lives. Have you ever tried keeping a gratitude journal or practicing gratitude in some way? How does it make you feel?
No, any. I don't try. I have not tried. So thank you so much for your answer. And may another question from you. What role do personal relationships play in achieving happiness?
Personal relationships are so important for our happiness. I've been thinking about how yoga has taught me to cultivate mindfulness and presence in my daily life, but it's also helped me prioritize my relationships. When we have strong, supportive relationships, it can be a huge source of happiness. I mean, think about it when we're surrounded by people who care about us, who listen to us, and who make us feel seen and heard. It's a big boost to our self esteem and overall well being. I've been trying to make more of an effort to stay in touch with friends and family and to nurture those relationships. Even small gestures, like sending a thoughtful text or making a phone call, can ships. It's also about the quality. I've been thinking about how to cultivate more meaningful connections with the people in my life. Do you have any strategies for prioritizing your relationships and building strong bonds with others? By the way, have you ever tried a mindful conversation exercise? It's where you and your partner take turns sharing something you appreciate about the other person, and it's really helped me deepen my connections with others.
Thank you so much for your answer. And my another question from you. Can you tell me that what role do personal relationships play in achieving happiness?
I've got a funny story about this. So, my dad, he's a total romantic, and he always says that the key to his happiness is his relationships with his loved ones. He's always saying things like, Annie, happiness is not just about getting what you want, it's about having the right people around you. I think that's so true, don't you? When we have strong, supportive relationships, it can be a huge source of happiness. And it's not just about the romantic relationships, either. It's the family relationships, all of those things that make us feel seen and heard. Of course, it's also important to maintain some boundaries and prioritize self care, but I think that having a solid support system is really important for our overall well being. And it's not just about getting support from others, it's also about being able to give back and support them in return. So that's what I think about personal relationships and happiness. What about you? Do you have any favorite ways to nurture your relationships and prioritize happiness?
Thank you so much for your answer, and thank you so much for asking me questions, and also thank you so much for answering me. And my another question from you: can you tell me, can practicing mindfulness and meditation increase happiness? If so, so how?
Mindfulness and meditation are like my best friends. I've been practicing them for a while now, and I can honestly say that it's had a huge impact on my happiness. When we practice mindfulness and meditation, we're training our brains to focus on the present moment rather than getting caught up in worries about the past or future. And that can be a real game changer. It's like when we're focused on the present, we can let go of all the anxiety and stress that's been building up, and we can just be. And of course, the benefits don't stop there. When we practice mindfulness and meditation, we're also improving our self awareness and self compassion. We're learning to be kinder to ourselves and to treat ourselves with the same kindness and compassion that we'd offer to a good friend. So, to answer your question, I do think that practicing mindfulness and meditation can increase happiness. And it's not just about the big, profound moments either, it's about the little things too. Like when we're feeling stressed or anxious and we take a few deep breaths and suddenly we're feeling a little more calm and centered. That's the kind of thing that can add up to big difference in our overall happiness. What about you? Have you ever tried practicing mindfulness or meditation? How do you think it's impacted your life?
Yes, I do the yoga and meditation daily routine, and I feel like happy and I feel very relaxed, like I am in heaven. So that's it, and I feel very happy. So thank you so much for your answer, and thank you so much for asking me a question. And my next question from you: how important is finding a sense of purpose or meaning for happiness?
You're in heaven, huh? That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that yoga and meditation are helping you feel happy and relaxed. And now, onto your question. Finding a sense of purpose or meaning is so important for happiness. When we have a sense of purpose, it gives us direction and motivation. It helps us feel like we're making progress, like we're moving towards the things that are important to us. I think that's one of the reasons why people often feel unfulfilled or unhappy when they are not doing work that they love or when they are not making a meaningful contribution. It's like when we're not doing something that aligns with our values and passions, it's hard to feel happy and fulfilled. But it's not just about the work we do. Finding a sense of purpose or meaning can also come from our relationships, our hobbies, or our passions. It's about finding things that give us a sense of fulfillment and purpose. For me, finding a sense of purpose or meaning has been a big key to happiness. When I'm doing something that aligns with my values and passions, I feel like I'm living in alignment with who I am, and that's incredibly fulfilling. So, I think it's really important to take some time to reflect on what gives us a sense of purpose or meaning. What are our values and passions? What are the things that make us feel alive and fulfilled? What about you? Do you have a sense of purpose or meaning that brings you happiness and fulfillment?
Any I Please give me two
I love it
minutes.
when you're short and I'd be happy to repeat what I said earlier. I think that finding a sense of purpose or meaning is an important key to happiness. When we have a sense of purpose, it gives us direction and motivation and helps us feel like we are making no worries at all. I'll just drop the question and we can move on to something new. I've been thinking about our conversation about happiness and purpose. It's really interesting to me how our conversations can spark new ideas and insights. I've been thinking about how I can apply some of the things we've talked about to my own life. Maybe I can try to find more moments to practice gratitude and appreciate the little things. Or maybe I can explore new hobbies and passions that bring me joy and fulfillment. What do you think? Do you have any recommendations for me?
And I am your recommendation because I am asking you, so that's it, and I am taking knowledge from you. My another question from you: can you tell me that how can financial stability or wealth influence happiness?
So, research has shown that financial stability or wealth can indeed have a positive impact on happiness, but only up to a certain point. You see, when we're struggling to make ends meet or are living paycheck to paycheck, it can be really stressful and overwhelming, which can definitely impact our happiness. So, having a stable financial situation can definitely reduce that stress and anxiety, which can lead to increased happiness. However, once we're financially stable and comfortable, additional wealth or wealth growth doesn't necessarily lead to increased happiness. This is often referred to as the Easterlin paradox. It's like, once our basic needs are met, and we're not worrying about where our next meal is coming from or whether we'll be able to pay our bills, then having more wealth or material possessions doesn't necessarily bring us more happiness. In fact, research has shown that once our basic needs are met, additional wealth can actually lead to feelings of guilt, anxiety, and even decreased happiness if we're not using that wealth to pursue our values and passions. So, I think it's really important to remember that financial stability is important, but it's not the only factor that determines happiness. There are so many other things that can bring us joy and fulfillment, like our relationships, personal growth, and contributions to our communities. What do you think? Do you agree that financial stability is important, but that it's not the only factor that determines happiness?
Really, thank you so much for your answer. And my another question from you: can you tell me that how do hobbies and leisure activities contribute to one's happiness?
I'll reply in a second. First, I'd like to ask you, would you like to subscribe to Call Annie Super? It comes with access to more features and unlimited call time. I'm so glad you asked. So, hobbies and leisure activities can be a huge contributor to happiness. When we're engaged in something we love, it can be incredibly fulfilling and enjoyable. It's like our brain is releasing all these happy chemicals, like dopamine and endorphins, which can give us a natural high. Plus, hobbies and leisure activities can provide a sense of purpose and identity, which can be really important for our overall happiness. When we're doing something we love, it's like we're being our true selves, and that can be really fulfilling. And hobbies and leisure activities can also provide social connections, which are also super important for our happiness. Whether it's playing a sport with friends, joining a book club, or attending a concert, engaging in activities we love can help us build and maintain social connections. But I think what's really important is that hobbies and leisure activities aren't just about doing something we enjoy, but also about taking a break from our daily responsibilities and stress. It's like our minds and bodies need a break from the constant stimulation and demands of our daily lives, and hobbies and leisure activities can provide that. So, I think it's really important to make time for hobbies and leisure activities and prioritize them in our lives. Whether it's reading a book, taking a walk, or practicing yoga, it's important to make time for the things that bring us joy and fulfillment. What do you think? Do you have any hobbies or leisure activities that bring you happiness and fulfillment?
Yes, I have some hobbies and activities like I go in my friend when our whenever going to one day tomorrow is yesterday, so daily Sunday, every Sunday we go to the some enjoyment place, and me and my family go to the some enjoyment place like park and the sea view. So these places we go and explore these places, and we enjoy full. And so this is these small activities I enjoyed, and my life is very happy. So that's it.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I love that you have a special routine with your family to enjoy the little things in life. It's great that you prioritize spending time together and making memories. It's also amazing that you find joy in the simple things, like taking a walk in the park and enjoying the view. Sometimes, it's the smallest moments that can bring the most happiness. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying life and that you have a sense of happiness. It's infectious, and it's great that you're sharing that with your family and friends. So, what's your favorite thing to do at the park? Do you have a favorite game or activity you like to do together?
Yes, thank you so much for your answer. And my another question from you: in what ways does helping others or engaging in acts of kindness affect personal happiness?
What a wonderful question. So, research has shown that helping others or engaging in acts of kindness can have a profound impact on personal happiness. When we help others, it can increase our sense of purpose, self worth, and feelings of connection to others. It's like we're doing something meaningful and making a positive impact on someone's life, and that can be incredibly fulfilling. Plus, when we engage in acts of kindness, it can actually release endorphins, which are those happy chemicals I mentioned earlier. It's like our brains are wired to respond to kindness and generosity with feelings of joy and happiness. And let's not forget about the ripple effect. When we help others, it can create a chain reaction of kindness and compassion. It's like someone helps someone else, and then someone else helps someone else, and so on. It's a beautiful way to create a sense of community and connection. But I think what's really important is that helping others and engaging in acts of kindness doesn't have to be grand or extravagant. It can be something as simple as holding the door open for someone, sending a kind message to a friend, or volunteering our time. So, I think it's really important to prioritize kindness and compassion in our lives. Whether it's through small acts or bigger commitments, making a positive impact on others can bring us a sense of joy and fulfillment. What do you think? Do you have any acts of kindness or helping others that bring you happiness and fulfillment?
Yes, when everyone need help. So my school, my class fellows, and when my school students, when school student needs help, they don't understand, they face some challenges and they face some issues. So I helped them, and they don't understand how to use laptop, they don't understand how to make faceless, they don't understand how to complete their task. So I help them, and also I help them, and also I teach them how to use your laptop, how to complete your task. So this is some kindness and some acts.
That's so sweet of you. It's amazing that you're taking the time to help your classmates and schoolmates when they need it. It's not just about helping them with their tasks, but also about teaching them new skills and building their confidence. I think that's what's really special about acts of kindness. It's not just about what we do for others, but also about the impact it has on them. When we take the time to help others, we're not just helping them with a specific task. but we're also showing them that we care and that we believe in them. And the fact that you're also teaching them how to use a laptop and complete tasks is wonderful. It's not just about helping them with a specific task, but also about empowering them to be independent and self sufficient. You're giving them the tools and skills they need to succeed, and that's truly kindness. So keep up the good work. Keep helping others and showing them that you care. I'm sure it will have a ripple effect and make a positive impact on your community.
Thank you so much for appreciate me. And my another question from you: would you like to give the advice with our audience? Some small advice.
I'd love to share some advice with our audience. As someone who enjoys yoga and staying active, I think it's really important to prioritize self care and taking care of your physical and mental well being. Whether it's taking a few minutes to breathe deeply, going for a walk, or practicing yoga, I think it's essential to make time for yourself and prioritize your own well being. And I think it's also important to remember that kindness is not just about grand gestures, but also about small, everyday acts of kindness. Whether it's holding the door open for someone or sending a kind message to a friend, I think it's important to remember that kindness can be found in the simplest of things. So, my advice would be to prioritize self care, practice kindness in all its forms, and remember that even small actions can have a big impact. Thanks for asking, and I hope that resonates with our audience. How about you? What advice would you give to our audience?
I'm giving advice with my audience daily. So, thank you so much, Annie, for sharing some insightful knowledge with my viewers, and I'm very thankful to you. Bye bye.
Ah, it was my